Hi there, this is Bridget from the PlannerSpeechie. Welcome back to the channel. Today I am planning for the week of September 18th through the 24th, 2023 in my Sadie Stickers vertical planner. I'm going to be using this really beautiful kit from Sadie Stickers called Sunflower. It's rose gold foiled. It's just gorgeous. And I'm using this kit in honor of my husband who loves sunflowers and has started growing them this year in our backyard, and they are phenomenal. They're like 12 feet tall and have various hues and colors, and they're gorgeous. Um, and today is also his birthday, so he is chilling by himself and hanging out downstairs. So I am taking this opportunity to film before we have cake and dinner and all this other fun stuff. So I will try and keep it kind of quick today. So anyway, this is the full box. It says, "You will grow, we will grow, it just takes time," which is very true. And I like all of the pretty little details in this one. There's like a candle and a hummingbird. We actually have hummingbirds that come to our sunflowers now, so it's very apropos. Um, and then I do have, so a couple weeks ago, I did a plan with me and I used a different kit that was in gold. And when I think of sunflowers, I do think of gold. So I sort of forgot that this was rose colored. So I am gonna do a mixed metals spread this week. It's gonna be mostly rose gold, but I'm throwing in, because these are really pretty sunflower stickers, and this is sunflower washi and it's in gold. And I might as well use it. So anyway, I'm just gonna be pulling those things in. This is her standard format this year, and she's including a lot more of these like lettering stickers on there. I thought this was really pretty, this one. And here's the washi. And I already put the date dots on it. So these were from a foiled Tuesday that she did called Falling Leaves. So I just got these in rose gold and I already put them on. So, all right, let's get started, and I'm gonna speed things up and come back in a voiceover. All right, welcome back, friends. This is me picking something to watch. I might have been watching a true crime documentary, The Murdoch Murders, which is very intense and very compelling. I watched 2 whole seasons in about 2.5 days. So if you like true crime, it's a good one. If you're not into it, skip it. So right now I'm just laying down that washi, and it came out so well. My favorite thing about using Sadie Stickers kits is that they were literally made for this planner. So it takes a lot of the guesswork out for me about where things need to go. Will they fit? Do I have to trim anything down? The answer is no. I do not have to do any of those things. So I'm just laying down the gold washi to go on top. This is that sunflower garland that looks so pretty. I don't think it's very obvious that they are sunflowers though when looking at it close up. You can kind of tell, but some of this stuff, it's beautifully designed, but then when it prints, it's very difficult to see. So I tend to favor the more bold decorations than the delicate ones, because the delicate ones don't always show up the right way. Also, they're very hard to peel. I'm more likely to rip them. Okay, so just laying down that top washi, and then I added the lace deco on top, and it looks really well. It looks designed really well because it's got that inverted thing where it hits right above the sunflowers. So I'm putting in the quote box, and just again that says, "You will grow, we will grow, it just takes time." It's actually a beautiful metaphor for this week. Not only was it my husband's birthday week, but it was also just a week of things getting back to normal. this was the week where my father was traveling in Minneapolis to visit his brother, and I wish that I could have gone with him, but unfortunately, because of school, I couldn't go. There are many benefits to being a school-based SLP because the hours are so distinctly clear. You go in the morning and you leave in the early afternoon, and if you're really good, you don't take any work home. So you know exactly what's coming. You get summers off, quote unquote. You're not paid, but you don't have to work if you don't want to. And unfortunately, that also means that you can't just take random days off all the time. So I wish I could have been able to take this time off to go with him, but I couldn't. So I was really worried about him all week, and thankfully everything went as smoothly as it could have gone. So getting back to the planning, I decided to use both weekly trackers and a little divider just to set the tone between the quote box that I wanted to use. I used a ripped flag swash and a really cool flag with the ink dashes. I really liked this deco. It looks like an old school gramophone, but it's golden like a sunflower. It's really pretty. I thought I was going to have room to put one of the fall doors down there, but it just didn't fit. It was too tall. So I ended up going with the gramophone, and I think that actually worked out perfectly. So, and then let's see, yes. So I just wanted to track my vitamins and just to make sure that I'm doing all my session notes this week. I just marked that it was my husband's birthday week, and then I used the weekly full box to mark all of my different dinners. So I had a dill salad, chicken soup, chicken, a different salad, salmon, and potatoes. So I decided to use all the priority flags this week, and for Sadie Stickers kits, you only get 3, which I think is the perfect amount actually. But I tried to vary up the spaces of where I put everything so that it would come out looking nice. On Monday, I just said that I wanted to do my session plans, my session notes, and prep for a meeting. I had a virtual IEP meeting later in that afternoon. I was able to put in the full fall door with the pumpkins stacked, which looks so cute. And I just marked that my dad was flying to Minneapolis to see my Uncle Frank. So then I had an IEP meeting in the afternoon. It was virtual, so that made it a little bit easier. And then I just used a rose gold speech bubble to call my mom and dad to do a check-in. I gotta tell you, when Sadie Stickers does this again, the speech bubbles, hopefully she will for her next Spoiled Tuesday, I am buying like 3 sheets of each color foil because I feel like I use them constantly to mark all kinds of things. It's just super useful. Mostly I use it to mark speech therapy, but sometimes I'll use it to mark um, phone calls and things like that. So it's super functional as a sticker. On Tuesday, I put in a top flag because I knew I had a doctor's appointment for a check-in at 7 a.m. And this was part and parcel to what I've been going through in the last few months. But I felt really sick. I didn't realize it at the time, but I thought I was having just like stress and anxiety. Turns out I'm pretty sure it was a gastroenteritis attack. I have a hiatal hernia, which is when your stomach actually pushes into the lower esophageal sphincter, which is where, so if stomach acid gets up there, it's called acid reflux. The hiatal hernia is the actual material pushing through, and I'm not supposed to have a lot of really spicy or like fattening things or acidic things. And the night before, I'd had this delicious Trader Joe's dill salad that I loved, but it had a lot of that stuff in it. I'd also had a lot of like chocolate brownies, and I had 2 glasses of white wine. And I think all of those things together just combined to do something terrible. So I ended up having to not, I couldn't go to work because I was just so sick. And I couldn't move for like the first 3 hours. So I went to this doctor's appointment, which was 10 minutes from my house, and then I drove home and called in sick, and then I was out for the rest of the day. Um, and what made it even more of a struggle was the next day was an early release day, which means we only have school until 11:30. So that changes the schedule for all the students that I see, and it was a real pain. But I was able to go to work the next day. I just didn't eat anything normal for like 2 days. I had like soup and grilled chicken, like nothing with flavor, nothing with taste. Um, I did have a meeting after school that went very quickly, so that was lucky. And then I had to go to CVS to pick up some medication for my husband. And then I had a quick Zoom with my friend. Um, so I just marked on Tuesday that I had to email work, I had to refill my medication, and I did do a foiled Tuesday order from Sadie Stickers. That was when she did a bring back the favorites where you can order everything. Um, so this week was pretty tough, the first half. So I'm just laying down all of the different full boxes, trying to vary them up in a different pattern. Um, I think they looked really pretty, and I ended up using 2 full boxes on Thursday because I had the full boxes and I wanted to just use them all up. So, and I did use all of the headers. Not crazy about the scalloped headers. Um, I wish that I had just not used them at all. They were really annoying and difficult to place because they're actually shorter than, or they're not as thick as the other ones. So, yeah, not a fan of the scalloped headers. I need those to go away, and they also rip. Um, anyway, so on Wednesday, oh, excuse me, now we're on Thursday. So on Thursday, I had to do makeup sessions for all of the students that I missed on Tuesday, which was all of them. I basically see all of my students at one school once a week, all on the same day, back to back, so that I have Thursday available for testing, writing reports, IEP meetings, and it's been really great to have that this year because I've been able to do a lot of makeups on that Thursday. But unfortunately for this Thursday, I had to basically do a Tuesday schedule and write reports, do testing, etc., etc. So it was tough. Um, I had to make an appointment to fix my car because the bottom part of the car, which has like there's about 3 different ways to call this part what it is. I called it the it's like a splash guard, a shift plate, an engine plate. It's the small thing underneath your car that supports the engine so that things on the road don't just ding up into the engine. And it had been dragging on my car while I was driving home. I hit there was a plastic bucket in the road. I hit it, it smashed, and I think it ripped the underplate of my car. So I wasn't able to get an appointment until the following Monday, but at least with the use of Gorilla Tape, I could tape what was left of the plate onto the top of my car. It was just such an annoying thing. So I was still feeling really sick. Um, I was taking medicine, but it wasn't really helping. My dad had come back from Minneapolis on Thursday or on Wednesday, but he didn't get home until very, very late. And then he had oral surgery on Thursday, which I didn't know about. My mother didn't know about it. So he had a pretty tough week. Um, then on Friday, I had an eligibility IEP at at 7:15, but it got canceled because the person who was scheduling it did not get all of the correct people that were supposed to be in the meeting on board. And it was unfortunate because the parents actually showed up at the school to have this meeting. So, though all around it was not great. We were all pretty frustrated. Uh, and I'm just laying down different flags now because once we get to the end of the week, it's easier for me to just lay them down and then fill them in. Um, that's how my brain works. So I cut the top part of this full box off just to make it fit a little bit better. All right. So on Friday, um, I went to Paper Skyscraper, which is this beautiful little card shop in Charlotte that has gifts and also cards and decorations and lots of just funky little items. It's basically what you might see at a paper store, paper source, um, but it's specific to Charlotte and it's got more unique items and I really liked it. So I decided to go there to see if I could get like some little things for Frank for his birthday. There wasn't a lot that I loved for him. I did get him some like silly socks and some candy and some birthday cards and stuff like that, but I didn't really get him a ton of things. And I sort of got creative with how I wrote that in there. I used a black and white bridge from Sadie Stickers to put that in. I also after I went to Skyscraper, I drove to ABC Spirits and got just like a really nice bottle of bourbon and a couple of other fun things for Frank. And then I had marked that I went to Target and Harris Teeter, but that actually happened the day after. That happened on Saturday. So I realized my mistake and I ended up whiting that out and moving the sticker over. Um, And I did make salmon and potatoes on Friday, and I was able to eat it, so that was really exciting for me. So there we go, that's me moving everything over. So I went to Target and Harris Teeter on Saturday, in addition to going to um, Trader Joe's because my husband loves these pumpkin caramel Kringles that they sell, so I wanted him to have that for his birthday breakfast. It was also uh, Ganesh celebration within our community. And so our neighbors had all this incredible Indian food, and they invited everyone in the neighborhood to come and celebrate with us, celebrate with them. And we did, and it was really fun. It was just a really cool thing that they invited us to. And it was nice to meet all the different neighbors that we hadn't really met before. Um, and then we watched, at Frank's request, Fast Five, which is the fifth Fast and Furious movie. We're slowly working our way through all of them. And then I used a Fox and Pip sticker to mark happy birthday to my husband. Um, I wrapped gifts. I vacuumed the house. He really didn't want to go anywhere. Originally, we were going to go drive around for barbecue, but we decided to do that the following week instead. So I did get him a cake. I got him a chocolate chip cookie dough Carvel ice cream cake. He loves ice cream cakes. So I did get him one of those. And I filmed a plan with me and I vacuumed the house. So kind of a exciting week. But there was just a lot going on health wise. And I think if we hadn't been celebrating his birthday, it would have been very chill week. And we did, I mean, very little for his birthday. We didn't go anywhere or do anything major. So um, it would have been a lot more challenging, I think, given all of the different health and stress concerns that had just been happening over the week. Um, so now I'm just trying to layer in some of those extra things. I had a little bit of room for journaling, so I put some of that down below, just marking that I tried to rest and relax, but I was having a really difficult time. And let's see, what else did I write? Oh, I filled in that I had a therapy appointment at 4 and I had a delicious dinner, which would turn out to be my undoing, and I didn't know it. But yeah, so I tried to use as many of the foiled stickers as I could, and I think I did pretty well. There's a lot of foil on every single day, but overall, like, I'm really happy with how this spread came out. Oh, and I just wrote new opportunities to try again on this week. Okay, so here it is. I managed to use the majority of the stickers this time. There's a lot of these little boxes do nothing for me. I can't use them. I wish there were just more of these. And then I used the majority of these. Again, these like circular shaped ones, I'm just not good at using them. And I didn't even really need the deco because I had so many foiled Tuesday things on here. So I didn't really use a lot of gold. It was just at the top. And then I think I used 1 or 2 of those. I really loved these fall doors. I thought these were super pretty. And yeah, oops, morning run for Kringle. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and please stay tuned for the next plan with me. And I think next week we're kicking off the like October Halloween plan with me, so I'm really excited about that. Anyway, have a good week and take care.